EA Sports. It's in the game.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, coming to you from one of the game's most famous venues, the TPC Sawgrass, home to the Players.
Hey golf fans, welcome to the 2023 Players Championship here at TPC Sawgrass. We are once again back on Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. So strong wind here in the opening round. Let's take this down the left-hand side, play the wind. Not the best of swing timings. That could find the heavy rough over on the right-hand side. It's done exactly that. I am once again playing on the tour swing difficulty, the hardest difficulty on the game. It just shows that this game can be close to true simulation as much as you want. We are playing on the shorter rounds again, so it's going to be near impossible to win these events unless I'm birdieing every single hole. But that's came up way short. I expected that to come out a little bit better than what it did. But it is going to leave me a long putt. This one is going to turn from right to left. I do hope all you fantastic subscribers and viewers are well. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to smash the subscribe button. And if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like. It does help me out.
Looks like he just misread that.
So we missed that one on the left-hand side. Overpowered it as well. This is no gimme for the par. This is turning a little bit from left to right. Just going left side of the cup here. Try and play it dead weight, and hopefully we can save the par. It turns beautifully into the centre of the cup. But as you can see, we're currently 7 shots behind Rory McIlroy. That is going to be so tough to chase down on the shorter format rounds, which I must admit are very enjoyable. So hole number 8, this is a par 3. Let's play the wind, aim to the left. I have enabled the gusts, so the wind does pick up and slow down as you would expect in real life. That's one thing I recall about this game is the trees. Look at the trees with the wind, absolutely horrible, very unrealistic. I think PGA Tour 2K21 was the same as well for a prolonged period. But this is another long putt, turning from left to right, just not getting close enough to the pins so far in these first 2 holes. Oh, that's not turned. It's not turned anywhere near as much as I expected it would. It's going to be a far straightforward putt though for the par. So level par through the first 2 holes. The hole selection's not been kind either. Hopefully I do get a couple of par 5s. It's very hard to shoot 7 under when I think you play 5 or 6 holes per round. Hole number 9. This is the longest par 5 on the course. We're never reaching this in 2. I have managed to overpower my tee shot there. But the wind in EA Sports PGA Tour really affects the ball a lot more than what we're used to with PGA Tour 2K23. Let's hit driver off the deck here and see if we can chase it up onto the fairway. That wind should take me over to the right hand side as well. It's a 7 mile/hour wind currently. It's a good shot. That ball's not travelling at all. That's came up way short of the fairway. And I've got a lot of work to do here from the rough. 81%. 9 mile/hour wind, pins right at the back. The wind keeps fluctuating. Let's see if I can land this just short of the pin, and hopefully it does release out a little bit. 52-degree wedge, so this is going right up into the air. The wind should do its work here as well. That's a fantastic recovery shot. Hopefully it secures me my first birdie of the round. That really is a great recovery shot from the rough. I do pick up my first birdie. I move to 1 under par. And I get up to 38th on the leaderboard. 6 shots behind McIlroy, Martin, Spieth as well up there challenging for the top spot.
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Going to need the whole fairway here. That wind should start to turn me. It's turning me over lovely. We've trickled into the heavy rough once again. I really didn't expect that. I need to tighten up my swing timing as well. Combined with these high winds, I am missing too many fairways. Now, let's see if we can pitch this one close here. The wind should comfortably move me over to the right-hand side. I just need to land this at the front of the green, and hopefully the wind does the rest.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected.
87% lie.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where you
Ball is leaking right. Oh, it's came up short. That just didn't come out as well as I anticipated.
Another shot from the rough.
So we are going to have to try and chip this one close. Not the best of starts here in the opening round of the 2023 Players' Championship. That's a good recovery. It just comes up short. But let's make sure of the par. That keeps me at 1 under. And I think we've maybe got 2 holes remaining of this opening round. All the leaders currently in the clubhouse finished their rounds, so it's now up to me to chase them down and close the gap. Hole number 11. This is a very scoreable par 5. Let's keep this tee shot below the tree. I'm actually using a 7-degree driver, so it should cut through the wind. It's doing exactly that. That's a really good tee shot. And that is going to ensure I can reach this green in 2. It's going to be a tough shot though. Look at that pin right at the back of the green. Sand and water implying the right hand side. If you are going to miss this green, you want to miss left. That is leaking a little bit left with the fast and the wind. And that just kicks off the dance floor onto the fairway, but it should be a pretty straightforward up and down for the birdie. I'm going to be pretty aggressive here. I am going to try and hold this out. At the same time, if we do miss, try to think about the birdie as well. That should start to turn. I overhit that, you know. Ooh, that almost trickled into the bunker. I'm just off the green here, would you believe it? Can you putt this? Let's chip it in. It's going to be a delicate shot, but it is a pretty straightforward chip. That should drop. It does drop. It is a very good chip shot. It does get me to 2 under par, and it does look like that is the final hole of the first round. So not the best of starts to the players. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. I'm currently 5 shots behind Rory and Ben Martin. And I will need to improve my game in round number 2 if we are going to hunt these guys down and close the gap. There's the final standings of round 1. Let's move on to round 2.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Welcome once again.
So great introduction from the commentary team. Ben Martin 10 under par, so I'm currently 8 shots behind. Got a lot of work to do here. That's if we make the cut. The way things are going, we are kicking things off in hole number 1. That is a far better tee shot. And that finds the centre of the fairway. I really need to tighten up my swing time in this round and try and get closer to flag sticks. I left myself too many long putts in the opening round. My 58-degree wedge should be good here. We've got a 3-mile-per-hour wind, so the wind is a lot slower and more tame than the opening round. That's came up short, but it is going to leave me a makeable putt, probably about 20 feet out, 24 feet. There's actually not a lot of movement here. These are the kind of putts you do need to make if you want to shoot well around this golf course. I've certainly got the weight. Oh, it's going to turn, and it did just turn. Wow, we burnt the edge there. Just missing on the left-hand side. That's disappointing. An opening birdie would have really set me up for a good round here. So Martin, McIlroy, Spieth, Palmer, all in the clubhouse. It's now about what I can do out in the course here in round number 2. Hole number 2. This is a par 5 and a very scoreable par 5. Just got to make sure you find the fairway here, and you can comfortably reach this green in 2. That's a great tee shot. And hopefully I can set up an eagle opportunity here. 233 yards to the pin. I think my 5 hybrid's perfect. I'm going to try and overpower this a little bit. Land it at the front of the green. I failed to overpower it. It's a full swing. That's going to come up short. That wind really holding it up. Just missing the front of the green there. And this is going to be a chip-in opportunity. There is a lot of movement here. Go on, turn, turn, turn. It was a good effort. We just missed out on the eagle there, but it is going to be a kick-in birdie. This will get me to 3 under for the event, 1 under for the day. And I really need to post a decent score here. I'm not sure what the cut line is. I can't recall where you get the information regarding the cut. I'm sure it's probably about 1 or 2 under. This is an awkward shot for me. Aiming this left, playing the wind. Oh, that's going to be long and right, judging by how it's flying. It is. My swing timing today has been way off. Same with round 1. But let's see if we can chip this in. Go on, get in. It looks good. Oh, it just burns by the right-hand side of the cup once again. We actually got XP for that burnt edge. And I've got to make sure I don't miss this for the par. Surely that's got to be in. It is in. We do pick up the par. My character loves it. Remain at 3 under par, 7 shots off Martin. 22nd place on the leaderboard. And hole number 4. So the way things are going, we're playing the first 4 holes of round number 2. That's a good tee shot. That's going to leave me nothing more than a pitch shot. Maybe even a flop into this 4th green.
16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer
87 yards out.
With bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could
4 mile per hour wind in my face. This pitch shot should be ideal. That needs to go some. Don't spin too much. I expected that to be past the pin. And this is a nasty putt. Just not getting close enough to the flag sticks. It's been a common theme through round 1 and through round 2, and that's a great putt. Wow, best putt of the round so far, best putt of the event so far. Fantastic putt. Gets me to 2 under for the day, 4 under for the event. And that sets up an interesting round 3. 6 shots behind Ben Martin. Let's see what the computer simulates here. But I really need to put on a show here in round number 3 if we are going to make a move and hunt down the leaders. No change.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Its 3rd round coverage of the Players. We're at the
So
TPC
welcome to
Sawgrass
moving day
in
here
Santa Vedra Beach, Florida,
at the
for
Players'
one of the
Championship,
game's most
round 3.
prestigious titles, the
It's been a
Players'
very
Championship.
quiet first
Let's
2
learn
rounds for
alongside
me.
Frank
2
Conley.
under and 2 under. My swing timing
Frank,
has
how
not been good
difficult
enough
is it
and
to
just not
access the
been
hole location
getting
to
close
keep
enough
you
to the
miss the
flag
fairway
sticks
here
to
at
give
the
myself
Well, if you miss
really
it
good
left,
birdie
I've got to say
opportunities.
the lesser of two evils is
So
to
hole
be in
number
the bunker
4,
on the right.
we birdied this yesterday with a fantastic putt. I say yesterday, round number 2. The winds have picked up again for round number 3. We've used the entire fairway here, and that's going to be nothing more than a flop.
Frank here at the fourth.
I really need a good
Shot,
round
but it
here.
can be tricky.
If you get a little
But that's why I
ambitious
love
with
this
that flag on
format.
the
It's
left
so
side,
difficult.
spin it all the way
And
back.
depending on the holes the course picks for you, it's so hard to chase these leaders down who are shooting 5, 6, 7 under per round. That is a fantastic flop shot. Couldn't have played that any better. Well, I could have if it went in the hole for the eagle.
Trying to do it again today.
But just what the doctor ordered. An opening birdie.
Starting to move
Round
now.
number 3 gets me to 5 under.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack,
Crocodiles.
now top 15.
Or is it alligators? I'm not sure.
The golf course toughens up right here at the
I think
long
it's
part of
alligators in
the fifth.
Florida.
Yeah, when you
I
play
could
it
well
off
be
the
wrong. But an 11 mile per hour wind here, so aiming way out to the left hand side, allowing the wind to take me back into the centre of the fairway.
Ideal tee shot, little left to right.
It's a far better tee shot. Swing timing a lot tighter there.
Wow, Frank, look at that. How it just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325.
So 142 yards to the pin. My 52-degree wedge should be good. That wind will carry me a few extra yards as well as taking me over to the right-hand side. The wind just keeps fluctuating here with the gusts enabled.
Good looking shot right
That
there.
needs to get down. It's long. I really didn't expect that ball
20 feet or so from the hole.
to carry as far as what it did.
Just to get on a real roll.
So it's another nasty downhill putt, 20 feet out. This will break from right to left. Let's see if we can make another massive putt. That needs to turn. It has turned and it's turned past the left-hand side. There was a lot of movement on that putt.
I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Pretty good
But
hole
that all
there from
stemmed
this
from a pure
distance,
approach
just
shot.
trying to take care of business. Has his par.
I will remain at 5 under. And I really need to get a run of holes together where we can shoot consecutive birdies.
You come out of that sort of corridor.
This is going to be a short par 4 with the wind behind me. Just got to be careful I don't run out of fairway here. We get the full swing. Tiny fast, so that is leaking left.
Good contact, good result. He just
We
blasted
boomed
that
that
down the fairway.
327 yards.
25 yards.
85 yards to the pin.
Hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many are short.
Let's try and pitch
Caught
this
those
one.
trees coming into this green.
That wind will carry me. I'm looking to leave this just a little bit short of the pin and let it have the natural spin. I've played that pretty well, to be fair. It's a fantastic shot. I didn't get the spin
Really good shot landing.
I expected. It did land short of the flag stick,
This one
but I
for
fully expected that to spin back a little bit. But it's a very good birdie opportunity. This will get me to 6 under par if we can drain it. It looks good, and it is good. So birdie, par, birdie start to round number 3 puts me to 6 under par.
One gets them in the top 10.
Our best start to a round yet in this year's
Seventh hole.
Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Hole number 7. This is going to be a long hole with that wind.
Most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird
Taking
tee
us down the
shot.
left-hand
Those
side, that
three
10 mile
bunkers
per hour
down the
wind
right,
is
and
shifting
that
us over
bunker
to the
at
right-hand
end,
side.
again, all the way down the left side. A bunker that's just
It's a really good
slightly
tee
wide.
shot.
Very awkward angle off the tee.
Still got a lot of work to
This is
do
a
here.
position where a player's absolutely licking his chops.
161 yards, that wind will hold me up.
Just looks like fun.
9 iron's got to be made for this, it really has to be.
The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Did get a slight fast there, but that wind is tracking it back in nicely. And that is a really good approach shot. And so far, round number 3, we are getting a lot closer to the pins than what we did in rounds 1 and 2. Still a missable putt, especially for me. My caddy's down on his knees trying to give me the read here, and I do get the read. And that is a fantastic putt. Our third birdie of the round moves me to 7 under par. We're second on the leaderboard, 3 shots behind Martin.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers
Hole number
surrounding
8.
the green. What's the best approach?
2 irons ideal. Has to be playing the wind here. That's a good strike. I have put a short swing on it though.
TPC Sawgrass. The green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that.
So get in the hole. Almost an ace. Why did the heartbeat moment not kick in there? So despite the short swing, that is a tap-in birdie. And what a round 3 we are having here. This is why it's called moving day. We are certainly moving in the right direction.
That is some good work right there.
Second place on my own now.
Closer to the lead.
McIlroy, Spieth, Martin all yet to tee off. Matsuyama joining the fold as well.
Good par 5, isn't it?
And I think this is the final hole of round 3. Let's see if we can put in another birdie here. This is going to be a long par 5 though, with the wind in my face. Probably not going to reach this in 2. We just about walked away with birdie the last time we played this hole. We did miss the fairway though with driver off the deck. Let's make sure I do find the fairway. This is probably just going to come up short of the green. I do get a full swing, a slight fast, but that is tracking well. We do find the centre off the fairway, and that is going to be nothing more than a flop shot. The one thing about this game, I do find it hard to track the ball in the air when it leaves the club face. And I've actually shifted from the red ball to my Srixon, who are now sponsoring me for this event. So apologies if you're not seeing the ball mid-air as well as you should or could. Get in the hole. We almost flopped that in. That could have been a huge eagle. It is going to leave me a tap-in birdie, which is going to get me to 9 under par. What a round 3 we've had here, and that really is going to set up an entertaining 4th and final round.
Good third round, Frank, and a good
Let's
spot
see what the
heading to
computer
final eight.
simulates here. We're currently 1 shot behind Ben Martin. Let's see how it's looking heading into the 4th and final round.
This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to. This
So I'm
moment
currently
right
5
now.
shots behind.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the players.
So 5 shots behind Ben Martin. This is going to take an enormous performance to hunt him down. We do begin things here on the 14th hole. And if I am correct, I think I play the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th here. We will get our first look at the world famous Island Green, which could well be daunting depending where we are on the leaderboard. But let's see if we can make a good start here. Try and birdie this 14th. It's a short swing and slight fast, so they should counteract each other. Just hold on to the left-hand side of the green, short of the pin.
Clean contact, nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
There is a lot of movement in these putts here. And we are playing on the Sunday pins here. Pin set number 4. Just misses on the left-hand side.
Too much juice on that birdie.
I've really underread some of these putts too often this event. But wow, there are a lot of movement in these grids. Almost missed the par putt there, just dropping on the edge. So not the best of starts, really needed a birdie. We're back down to 4th. Jordan Spieth hunting us down here. Hole number 15. This is actually a tough run of holes here. We will have 1 par 5, I do believe. A good tee shot, 148 yards to the pin, 4-mile-per-hour wind. It's going to have to be a partial with the 48-degree wedge. Let's see if we can get this one dialed in. We're wearing all black today.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
It's a decent strike. Coming up short left. but it is almost pin high.
More than good.
And this is a very makeable putt from 17 feet out. It is uphill as well, so I can be aggressive with this. As long as I don't leave it short. Oh, once again, it's another misread. And we are just burning edges for fun here. I think that's our second or third burnt edge we've had this entire round. Or tournament, should I say, not this round, tournament. But we move on to the par 5 16th. An eagle here would be massive. If I do find the fairway here, we will comfortably reach this green in 2. Playing for the centre of the fairway. Mild winds here. It's a decent strike. Seems to be hanging out to the right. This is a very small, tight green with water and play down the right-hand side. 217 yards. I think 6-iron should be ideal here. Looking to land this short. Don't want to be greedy and overfly the green. It's a fast plus a short swing. It is going to come up short, but it should release out. Go on, ball. It's going to give me an eagle opportunity. An eagle here would be massive. It would be game-changing. Not made enough putts this round, though. Or the tournament, to be precise. But these greens are tough. It's uphill, turning from left to right. Go on, hold you. Oh, it just turned the last second. That's unfortunate. An eagle would have been huge. I am going to pick up the second best prize, which is a birdie. It's going to get me to 10 under par. It will move me up the leaderboard. And we are going to get our first look at the world famous 17th island green. I'm 4 shots off Martin, 1 off of McIlroy and Palmer. Certainly not going to win this event. Not with 2 holes remaining. But look at this for a pin position. Anything right's dead. Let's play for the left-hand side of this flag stick and just give myself a birdie opportunity. It's a decent strike. It's going to stay out left. The wind's not really moving me back with that swing timing. It's pin high though, but this is going to be a difficult downhill putt. Oh wow, got to be careful we don't overrun this into the water off the green. There is a lot of movement here. This is a delicate touch required downhill. I've certainly got the weight. Is it going to turn enough? Get in. Oh, it just misses on the left-hand side. And that's just been a common theme throughout this tournament. We are just missing putts by millimetres. On another day, if some of these putts dropped, we may well have been in contention. But let's move on to the final hole of the Players' Championship. And it's another tough finishing hole. Very intimidating shot here. Water all down the left-hand side. We've got a 5-mile-per-hour wind. It's a tiny fast, but the wind's comfortably taking that back into the centre of the fairway. I would love to finish with a birdie here. Try and secure second place. That is a tough pin. Not wanting to get too greedy here. I'm going to try and overpower this with a 48-degree wedge. I've got the overswing perfect. Probably one of my better swings off the round. That's still coming up short. Would you believe it? I fully expected that to land at the front of the green. And let's see if we can be aggressive and chip this in. It's all or nothing now. Trying my damnedest to chip it in. Go on. Oh, and I've played it very aggressive. I was really trying to chip that in. This is going to be a difficult par putt. Wow. I can't recall the greens being as difficult as this round. TPC Sawgrass. Oh, that's a terrible putt. Not even close. It does mean we are going to finish with a bogey. That will take me down the leaderboard as well. I had to go for that. It was an all or nothing moment. Sadly, it turned out for nothing. But that is going to be another enjoyable event on EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. But that is it for today's video, guys. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.